can get in a lot of trouble on the street.
You got into a lot of trouble on the street.
I did get into a lot of trouble on the street.
Chris Gardner is a gossip columnist. His byline's been everywhere a red carpet and celebrity blue bloods cross.
I covered everybody, aside from Tom Cruise or Brad Pitt. I mean, I wrote stories about a lot of famous people, from Britney Spears to Steven Spielberg, Mariah Carey, Halle Berry, Anne Hathaway, Lindsay Lohan.
Which is surprising only if you consider the source, his. Chris was born in Iowa.
Around the time that I was in the cornfields, I first came to Los Angeles on a family vacation. And I knew then that this is where I wanted to be. It was the polar opposite of everything that I'd seen growing up, and I loved it, and I fell in love with it, and I just wanted to experience more of it. I knew even then that what LA represented is that you could really make something out of yourself.
1 month after graduating from college, Chris throws his bags in his car, takes an entry-level writing job at The Hollywood Reporter, and slips onto Sunset Boulevard.
I was in my 20s when I was doing this, so to be in your 20s and like socializing with famous people, and it was so big, and it was so flashy, and it was so sexy. Even when just driving down it, you're bombarded with just how sexy it is, from the billboards to the people walking down the street, for the person next to you in their car. I mean, it's just everywhere.
But Chris and Sunset are going to become too much of a good thing.
This town chewed me up and spit me out.
If I would have seen it coming, I wouldn't have been so unprepared.
I'm from Tulsa, Oklahoma. I moved out here when I was 18, and I met these guys, and we started a band. I wanted to do this my whole life.
Wouldn't have been so impaired.
This is the greatest life that anybody could ever have.
That cradles me to sleep.
Queen Caveat is a 2-year-old band, sparkling but struggling on Sunset. That's Lauren, Will, Ben, and Jesse. Lauren was born rocking to her dad's guitar when she was only 5.
It's the thing I need, it's the thing I want, it's the thing I do.
Jesse started early too, a little drummer boy from New Hampshire. As for Will and Ben, they were school buddies back on the East Coast before finding their way to the Hollywood music scene. Now the band rolls from club to club, trying to turn the corner from Sunset to stardom.
I will not forget about you.
What does Lauren bring to the stage?
Lauren?
Should I go or?
She gets on stage and people are like, you know, like they're just like boom.
I feel like that person that one person was like, you know, she's crazy, and I'm just sitting here in my straight jacket like this, and I feel like there's that one guy that just said, ugh, and untied it and just let me go.
Queen Caveat's been called one of the great young bands in LA.
They're so good.
Get excited.
Up and under my array.
But that's what Sunset Boulevard always does. Sets you up to break your heart, or in this case, the band.
I can take a lot, but I can't take backstabbing.
What did Sunset Boulevard mean to you when you came here?
I thought it was going to be palm trees, you know, beautiful Rodeo Drive type. I didn't realize it was going to be such a dump.
Christine Pelisek is an LA crime reporter for the Daily Beast.
I think that people, you know, they watch the movies and they see, you know, they see Hollywood and they see the glamour. They don't see the dark side of it.
Christine does, too often. From her apartment just off Sunset, she says the boulevard runs through a parallel universe.
There's a Greyhound bus station. Kids come off, you know, hundreds of them probably come off a day, you know, trying to find their dream, whether it's to become a model, an actress, you know, a musician. They come here and then it doesn't pan out.
You wrote a story about a girl named Alyssa Gomez. You called her a Hollywood beauty.
You can think of a Hollywood beauty as Cameron Diaz or Greta Garbo and all that, but I mean, she really, to me, I mean, she was the one who really lived the Hollywood life.
13-year-old Alyssa Gomez is half of one of Sunset Boulevard's stranger pairings. The other half is Diane Cannon, who came to Sunset when she too was just a teenager. But Diane's star rose.
How you doing down there?
Oh, I'm just doing fine. Thank you very much.
Alyssa's is falling.
Can we go someplace and sit down and talk? Sure. Okay.
And in between, they made a movie no one's ever seen. But you will. It's a tragedy, and Alyssa is the star.
I think you're beautiful and I think you're talented. I don't want to see you kill yourself.